Sagittarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for May 4th through the 10th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Saggy. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Fool. Super nice energy, super open energy, and I kind of see you in this place of super openness in general, so that's nice. In the recent past, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. You turned things around at some point. You've definitely stepped into these brand new energies, brand new beginning. You turned it around for yourself. And it shows and you feel it, and I see it, and it feels good. So, I don't know what the hell you did back there, but you just turned things around for you. In the current situation, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, the Justice card. It's just, you know, that one split decision that you made at some point to turn your life around. You're still feeling the impact of it, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's almost, it's getting to a point of, man, this feels good, but like it feels so freaking good, but like it's a lot. So it's more like you're falling into the realization of how a split second can change your life here for the better, you know, and that it's basically you realizing how you can create your own reality here. So it's pretty powerful, whatever it is that you've not only done there, but you're coming into right now here, because your heart is open, everything looks to be in place here, you know. In the immediate future, the Seven of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Were you the one with the world is your oyster? Because it still is, apparently. Some opportunities are opening up for you here. Potentially in work. Potentially in your stability there. And not only are they opening up, you're going for something here. You're doing something. You're like, okay, we're doing that right now. Okay. Cool. Can we leave this reading like this? Let's not clarify. Because it looks good. We'll take it and run with it. The shortest reading in the history of readings. But anyways, for the Fool, you get the Hierophant, the Three of Wands, the Lovers. See, there's something here where you're telling me, even though you're in a good place, and you're recognizing that, like, you know, I've grown a lot, I've worked a lot on myself and whatever the hell I did, and it feels fucking amazing. There's something missing. You're giving me a sense of, but I'm longing for, you know, not to say you're not appreciating where you're at and how you know, how long you've traveled to get here, but like there's something missing. And I think that refers to a connection to someone. Like it's not here yet, but you're not saying it as if, oh my God, I can't live without this, and I have to now make this my life's mission to look for someone that matches me perfectly. No, it's just a little bit of, it would be nice to share all of this with someone, you know? And okay, well, I'm sure you will when the time is right. For the Ace of Swords, in the recent past, you get the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords. And man, you thought with everything you had against this basically breaking you apart type of an energy. Because it's like it presented itself here. There's a brand new beginning type of an energy that shows up at your door. And you, not only are you opening up the door with a big ass sign that says no solicitors, you know, get the fuck off my property. You start chasing that energy, like, I never want to see you in front of my house ever again. So that's how the resistance was kind of, and then slamming the door and being like, if you come back here again, you were that neighbor, you know? Okay, you fought with everything you had, and it was a beautiful energy. It just, you know, I don't know, Girl Scout, I don't fucking know what it would, just had a cookie for you, I don't know. You know, Dragon with 7 heads, I know what you want from me. You want me to change. How dare you? Man, you fought against this initially. Until you said, nah, let me give it a shot. For the 9 of Pentacles, in the recent past, you get the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Until you did give it a shot. Like, okay, let's try something else. Let's try something different. And that's all that energy wanted from you to begin with. And the minute you tried it, it's kind of like opening up the door to healing, right? The minute you try it, you're like, well, I guess I'm on this path now. And then when it gets really, really tough, you're looking for the way back. And it's like, uh-oh. Yeah, fuck. The path is not there anymore. I can't go back. But no, initially you're like, okay, I think I'm liking this. I think, and then quite stubborn too. To kind of keep going here. Like, oh my God. This is nice. You know, it's different. For the Ace of Cups in the recent past, you get the 6 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords. Yeah, and then things start getting a little difficult. Just a little bit, you know. It wasn't that all of those rainbows and unicorns and butterflies anymore. It was fun for the first 5 minutes, and then it's like, okay, the terrain here is starting to become rough on this decision to jump into the brand new beginning that just knocked at my door and potentially change my life completely for the better. So yeah, terrain is getting rough there. I think you overcame that though, because I feel like ultimately you did learn a lot and just open up to this possibility of your life looking completely different, because you look completely different. For the Wheel of Fortune in the current situation, you get the 2 of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups. There is a possibility here for something. The something that's missing there, you know, from an energetic standpoint, you've given me a sense of, you know, I've grown a lot, I've worked on myself a lot, I would like to share that with somebody. Well, the universe is not deaf, just so you know that. It hears us. So there is a possibility for something that's shown up here like that, in which you can share your heart with someone here. We'll see how that goes, because it's looking fairly new. It's looking like a new possibility. For the King of Cups in the current situation, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Hangman. You're like, okay, I'm going to show up very different this time. You better, otherwise why did you do all this work on yourself? You think? I'm going to show up very different. Duh. Look at you go over there in the past, completely changing yourself and your life, and then saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to do things a little different this time around. Yeah, you think? And you are doing that. For the Justice card in the current situation, you get the Queen of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Wands. No rushing here. No typical Saggy, like, okay, this is showing up. This is nice. Okay, let's go. We got this. We're doing this. We'll deal with the consequences later. You know, nah, it's so smooth and so balanced. It is different. You're coming from your heart, and you're like, we're not in a rush here. The heart holds us in the moment. We'll enjoy the moment, and we'll just go with what is. It's looking nice. And you've done that for quite a minute. Now you're starting to step into that period of time of you're coming out of the present moment. You're probably starting to... You've done that, and it worked for a while. Here, with... an open heart, connected to your heart through it all, and just taking it easy. And now things are starting to feel a little hard because you're coming out of that energy, which is telling me you're taking yourself out of the present moment. So now is the time in which the mind starts to plan for the future. Like, okay, well, this has gone nice for a minute here. What do we do about it next? Where is this going to go? What's going to happen? Why don't you come back in the present moment and see? Well, no, I gotta plan. Well, the minute you start going in that direction, things are starting to feel heavy. You're no longer feeling the flow of this, the love of this, the whatever this is. So, but I'm busy planning. Suit yourself then. Go with the mind. See where that takes you. Didn't you say you were going to do things different? I did. Keep doing them. Keep doing them. Don't fall for the trick of the mind. The mind is always going to want to take over and be like, I have a plan. Don't let it have a plan over this. You just be. For the Seven of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Justice card, the Star, the Two of Swords. Because things do start to show up and feel a little more complicated, you know, over time. If you do give power to the mind, which, you know, you would say, okay, it makes sense. We live in a human world in which we have to know what's up. And okay, but we can't anticipate. So you know only what you've got, right? You're planning to maybe build a foundation here and all of that. Yeah, be present with that. Just don't think ahead 10 years and start stressing about how will you ever get to that place and how will you ever be able to do this, that, and the other to get you to that place. You know, like there's one thing in being present with things as they develop and grow, and there's another when you're trying to cover everything that the future may bring. You know, that's when you get to the Two of Swords energy. You give power to the mind to take over completely. This is where you're getting. Oh, but I would like for that to happen, and that to happen, and that to happen, and that to happen. Now let's take it all and break it down. And then you're confused out of your mind, and then you, not only are you not part of the experience anymore because you're somewhere with your mind, but like, what's the point at the end of all of this? You're forgetting the point, and then you're ending up doing things in the same way that you used to. After you said, I'm going to do things different this time around. Well, are you though? For the King of Pentacles in the immediate future, you get the Page of Wands, the Fool, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're okay. You slipped up a little bit. Like, I can't. I get overwhelmed. There's so many options, so many things to think about. Okay, stop. Because when you do, you show up again present, open to the experience, and especially to allowing the experience to take you where you need to go with it. You know? So this is just you starting to juggle between your mind and yourself, you know, your heart. And your mind is trying to sneak in there and take over, and sometimes you let it. Sometimes you're like, nope, we're not going to do this, mind. For the Knight of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is just your navigating through this experience as it proceeds. And it's kind of a power struggle between your mind and your heart. And I would say if you can find that perfect balance between the two, you're golden here. You know? Don't let the mind take over. Don't let the heart take over completely. Find that balance between them. Because I see at the end of it all, after it all kind of shows up like that for you, you're kind of like, I quit. I quit the shit. It's too hard. Yeah, it can be difficult, but you know, I don't think you're gonna quit. But you definitely have that tendency to be like, shit is hard. I'm out of here. Okay, but you know. Okay, let's say you are out, but then you encounter another experience. How do you think you're going to show up for it? Same? Maybe you've learned something from this if you're quitting? I don't know. From the universe for you as a final advice, you get the King of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, for right now, you're clear. Your mind is there, but it's clear. It's not fucking with you. So for right now, I would say you're balanced, you know, because you're participating in this from a very clear point of the mind and from your heart. And for right now, you know what you're doing. You look like, I got this. Yeah. Good. Perfect. Keep it balanced there. Again, between the mind and the heart. And then we're good to go. I feel like there is going to be a little bit of struggle though for you when, yeah, all of this is going to start playing out. But for the most part, you're doing great here, and it's not that you have to be a master in doing things different now because you've learned, and we always learn. You know, even when we fuck up, we learn, hopefully, from the fuck up. So you don't have to show up perfectly here because you're still a human, and the mind is going to want to always take over. So that in itself is going to be a struggle sometimes, and a way of, again, keeping that healing path open for you. Because once you're in it, that's it. There's no way back. So you're kind of screwed. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.